me, sir, which will happen another time.
Yeah, bitch. It's time to trap.
Ho fatto tutto per scordarti, ma sto male.
Excuse me, sir, which will happen another time.
Yeah, bitch. It's time to trap.
Sto male. Sto male.
I'm Jens Besser. I'm an urban artist, street artist from Dresden. I'm specialized on painting murals and also do a lot of illegal works all over the world. But I came here in '94 and I started with graffiti in '95 because of my brother. I copied my brother, my older brother, and I started with graffiti. So that was a time when in Dresden it was really still easy to go out for graffiti. It was not that criminalized like today. When we painted a train in the 90s, it happened that the train worker saw us painting and used the keys outside of his train engine, make like ling 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 ling, and we all were running away. So nobody thought about fighting with them or whatever, you know, we were kids playing and painting illegal. And it also happened that you've been stopped in the night and you had the sprays in the backpack and you told the police, yeah, I'm coming from this legal wall, la 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 la. And they were like, okay. For me, I started, as I already told before, in 2000 with doing street art stuff, which meant not to do any more writing my name, which means that I started to use different materials and focusing on an open audience. I gave a fuck about the graffiti scene and I wanted to show my stuff to everybody. In 2004-05, I worked a lot with posters in the street. This was like when the first real street art wave happened in Dresden, which started in 2000 with Banksy, Obey, Shepard Fairey, Swoon, all that stuff. In Germany, it arrived with the Backjumps show, which was in Berlin. And because of that, it also came to Dresden at some point, which was also absorbed by the media. First time newspaper articles.
I'm painting the name Arturet, and I was born in 1990, and I grew up in a town which still has lots of problems with racists and fascism, and I started with graffiti in 2002 or 3, and first I had more this kind of maybe political influence. Yeah, I don't see myself as a truly political artist. I just try to give some positive messages, but also I try to not do this in a hippie-esque kind of way, maybe. Mostly I'm working in a very graphic way, so I'm not really into this painting very three-dimensional things. It's more a bit more flat. It's a process of improving all the time and gathering input while traveling around the world. Yeah, I think if people can relate to an artwork not only through the color or some fancy shit that is just painted in the regular comic way, if they can connect to an artwork also through the message or some some emotions they maybe even get. I mean, maybe that's the best thing you can do with your artwork if somebody has an emotion to it, even if it's a negative one. This piece is about a person opening a cage, so the cage is not visible yet. But today I will paint two birds in there, and also, yeah, the political background with the refugees welcome also relates to Dresden, because we have a big problem here with stupid idiots that are fascist and don't want refugees here. And also this works with this whole situation right here in the town.
My nickname is Dia1. I'm a graffiti artist from Saudi Arabia, based in Jeddah. I started to do graffiti in 2006. Usually I'm doing some characters, adding some Arabic stuff like scarf or some hats or something showing the Arabic culture. So to be more unique and more different to other artists. I'm not enjoying to talk about my work and blah 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 and describe the things. I like to just the people look at my work and just find the concept. And as I told you, I'm usually doing concept in Arabic way, because you know lots of people didn't think that there are some Arabic graffiti artists and some Saudi graffiti. I would like to show the people we have graffiti art, and we're not just like what they think, like we have a camel and we have, you know, lots of people that when they ask me, do you have a camel or you have like like an oil in your home, and no, it's nothing. Yeah, just normal. I like you know.
I'm coming from Mexico. I started to paint there since 23 years ago. I was painting a lot of time the wild style, but now I do a mix for paint and write, and I think this is the graffiti, when you mix the writing with the painting and the drawing also. Now I don't write so much, but I use the flow for the letters. When you move these lines, you start to do language, and also later is the one movement, another movement. And I think this talk a lot about me, talk about all the life, because they sometimes look like finished, and later I put another layer, and it's like every time my work is changed. It's like a jaguar, but it's only the silhouette, and later with the lines it start to transform. The idea is create new symbols inside of the symbols, and every time it's a new symbol.
Actually, in all Germany, I found lots of graffiti, and all the people knows graffiti from many years. It's not, you can see it often in Saudi Arabia. Before I go outside Saudi Arabia, I think that the graffiti is supported by the government, because I saw lots of pictures on the internet. I didn't thought that all illegal stuff, but in fact when I came here, so lots of graffiti artists here suffering more and trying to survive.
I mean, Neustadt 10 years ago was even more free and more funny. Totally cool area, actually. I mean, in the 90s you could go around and tag during the day and nobody complained. And in 2000 or 2003, 4, 5, when we were pasting for the first time, people were only asking us for the posters. Nobody was complaining. And then around 2008, 9, it happened that people moved in houses, or a lot. It seemed like to me it was the first time when people were complaining about that we pasted next to their entrance. It's what the fuck is going on? It's part of the neighborhood. Without that part, it doesn't look anymore like Neustadt, so it will not be interesting anymore for everybody. But a lot of people don't think about that so much, and they don't realize, okay, it's part of that, because it's an art that is so ephemeral. It's destroyed so fucking fast, and it's gone so fast, and the cities changed so fast. On the other hand, I think now there was also a decision by some politicians to support the urban art in Dresden. What is still missing is that the question of when is an illegal piece of art still sensible for society. The question about this illegal situation is still to be discussed, because the street art has such a huge variety of different type of styles. Or you cannot say the definition of street art is that. It's always different types of definitions existing.
I think the Dresden street art scene is quite small, so Dresden might be more about classic graffiti, but the few people that do these street art works, I think they're doing quite a lot.
Now there is a community. Now you have more people at the art academy who want to focus on that stuff. So you see, okay, if people go to the art academy, they have more deep thought about what they do in the street art. And you really see the difference in the pieces, actually. And so I see that there is a good development in that way, and that we really have a street art scene here in Dresden now.
It's always like you have 2-3 years where nothing really happens, and then you have 1 year where a lot is happening again. And so maybe the special thing about Dresden is that it has these ups and downs all the time. And right now I think we're in an up phase again, because there's a lot of sticker stuff and paste ups. Right now it's interesting to see, especially from younger people, what will consist and what will leave again. Yeah, let's see how it will stay. If you have an artwork that is in a gallery, it's not dead for me, but you know, it's fixed to something. And I think artwork that is evolving through time and maybe even vanishing through time, yeah, it's more close to what humans are about.
What I like on the one hand for sure is the development in the technical way. Like if you see what was developed in the last years and how to deal with big walls and how to, yeah, what kind of projects happened. It's a great development. You could never think about that 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I really miss sometimes the raw and the really tough and straight messages in the street art, because we have enough of these nice kitsch advertisements. Too much of this kind of positive things at some point just makes you fed up. I still think street art has to be illegal. The illegal work really asks you as an artist to work fast, work quick, and to bring really fast and quick the message on the wall, the idea on the wall. What is not happening if you can work for 14 days on the same wall and every day you're coming and like, I think the power of street art has always been that raw thing. That I mean, the Banksys in the beginning, these stencil pieces were so, nowadays you would say crappy, but because they had this rough flavor and they had this message, people liked it.
To be honest, I already have the feeling that street art already got quite commercialized, because now street art is really hip and in and cool, and more companies are getting to it. The old guys from the graffiti scene, they work in these agencies and now just trying to do advertisement with big walls, and which leads me to the point that with all this using street art for advertisement reasons is taking away the soul, definitely. Because if I see an artwork I like, but I find a small Adidas logo in the side of it, maybe it's just like, it's not really destroying the whole artwork, but it's a big minus in front of it.
The companies at first, they saw our work and they invited us to work and to do some collaboration things. For me, it's good to work commercial and to work like as a freelance, and yeah, for me it's a really good idea.
Yeah, because it's allowed you to live from your work. So.
Exactly, it was my dream, you know.
In general, I hope that the acceptance of this painting outside in the city will rise more and more, but I think this will happen.
Excuse me, sir, which will happen another time.
Yeah, bitch. It's time to trap.
Sto male, guardarti ma sto male, sto male, guardarti ma sto male, sai. Ti amo, ho fatto tutto per scordarti ma sto male.
Excuse me, sir, which will happen another time.
Yeah, bitch. It's time to trap.